It is your Classic Metal Show right here on the ClassicMetalShow.com. That is Snake Eyes 7 with Can't Fall Down, a mixture of little Axl Rose and some Tom Kiefer there. And kicking off the show, we heard a Cleveland favorite, Aftershock, with Against the Rage. And a guy who used to rage and sometimes still does now and again, my friend and partner, Chris Aiken. What's going on, Chris?
What is up, sir? How are we?
Are you against the rage tonight at all?
I'm pretty mellow, actually.
All right, no raging for you.
Well, we'll see. I mean, it depends on what topic you put in front of me, because last week I thought I was mellow until I started yelling. So
So you're blaming me for firing up the rage machine?
Yes, absolutely. You know how to push the buttons. I'm like the fucking elevator in the back room, and you're just that little kid just waiting to hit every fucking button on it.
Right. So I just know what button to push to get you going.
You sure do.
Oh, very nice. Well, I'm glad the chemistry is still working.
Yep. We're still working like a charm.
Apparently we are, because, and I'm not saying this any kind of a self-grandizing kind of way, but I have been getting emails from fans the last month.
Okay.
The show is better than ever, man.
Yeah, man.
And I'm not really sure why they think that or what we're doing different, because I really don't think we're doing anything different, but it's stronger than ever. The shows have been better than ever.
Maybe because I've been sober for a month.
Is that what it is? Do you think that's what it is?
Could be. I'm a little sharper than I'm not as.
So it all revolves around you. You're the one who makes the show better.
No, I'm not. Well, in the sense of, let me rephrase to make you feel better.
Oh, I don't need to feel, man. I really don't. I deal with facts, man. I don't deal with feelings like the liberals.
How about this? You're always awesome, but I'm only sometimes awesome because I'm drunk. But when I'm not drunk, then it makes the show awesome. How's that?
Well, I'm glad you're raising your bar to my awesomeness.
I'm trying, man. Next thing you know, I won't be eating fast food, and I'll only be eating cookies and a piece of fucking chicken every day.
There you go. You got to admit, man, it works.
It does work when I stay on it. But...
Yeah. I saw somebody on a YouTube comment on one of our segments that you and I should stick to losing weight and metal news, not social commentary.
Oh, should we?
Yeah, that's what the message was.
Okay, well then, no.
They were very direct too, because they put both of our full names in the post.
Ooh, that's
they
scary.
said Wendell Neeley and Chris Aiken.
Oh my goodness.
Should pay more attention to losing weight.
Okay.
And sticking to metal news.
Should we? Or maybe we should just not give a fuck what you say.
Yeah, especially since you get something for nothing every week.
Yeah, I'll stick to making money 6 days a week and dicking around with the Classic Metal Show on Saturday, and you can stick to commenting on what I'm doing on YouTube, you faggot.
Yeah, and I'll stick to spending literally thousands of dollars a year on making sure that the show has a presence out there.
Just tell it the way it is. That guy could stick to making comments because he doesn't have talent to do a motherfucking thing, talent or commitment. But he's great at saying negative comments. Good work, friend. Way to be. You are fucking challenging us to do better with those comments.
Right. I saw that somebody else on the YouTube, I saw you reply to them that, what have you two contributed to the world, man?
That's my favorite comment ever, dude.
I know the Gene Simmons thing. It was just like, Gene Simmons will come to your house for $50,000. Oh yeah? Well, what have you contributed, man?
Yeah. Then I do my resume. Whenever we get that, or whenever we get the we must be two douchebags living in our mom's basement, I can't wait to roll out my resume and shut somebody the fuck up.
Yeah.
Because while I'm not a millionaire or I'm not, wealthy or whatever, I challenge anybody to go workload for workload with me.
Right.
And if somebody beats me, more power to them. But there ain't many, and you know this, dude. There's not many that do as much stuff as I do.
Well, regardless of that, and this is again, this is not a pat on the back and self-grandizing. You and I, and again, this is not bragging in any way, shape, or form. Believe me when I say this. You and I both have a 6-figure income.
Yes.
And we work our asses off. You work twice as many hours as me. But we both have a 6-figure income.
Yeah.
And we do the show on Saturday, and you get it for nothing.
Yeah. But you know what, dude? I've really come to think that the ones that comment with the stupid shit on YouTube don't listen to the show.
I agree.
I'm sure that was just some fucking Kiss fan that got pissed that we didn't suck Gene's dick about what a good thing this thing was.
Yeah, I agree. But I laugh when I see these things, and it was just like, and I like the fans that do actually stick up for us. It's just like, you obviously don't listen to the show, do you?
Mm-hmm.
You know. So it's funny to me, but I always get a good chuckle when I read stuff like that. It's just like, what are you listening to? Have you not listened to it at all, or are you just commenting on the first 10 minutes?
I know, because that was a whole nother thing about it was, we had a title that was sort of misleading, I guess, but we spelled out every single piece of the Gene Simmons thing. You know, I mean, literally, we ended up in that segment spelling out the $2,000 plan, the $25,000 plan, and the $50,000 plan. So the comment that we were wrong was wrong because they didn't listen to the whole thing. They just looked at the title and said, "Oh, you guys are fucking stupid, man."
Yeah. Okay. And then I saw the other one about the whole Las Vegas shooting.
Okay.
Do you really believe that, Neeley? Are you drinking the Kool-Aid? Really, man? You're not getting what's really going on here?
Yeah, man.
Are you buying this, man?
Maybe you should tune into Alex a little more. He'll give you a clue.
So, I love it. You know, that we do just a variety entertainment show, and people want to argue the content. Yeah.
You dicks, how could you say that? I'm calling your management.
Yeah. And then I saw one that was posted yesterday.
Okay.
About, I think it was the music business is dead.
Okay.
And it was just like, these two have absolutely nothing to offer. This was the most boring segment I ever heard, and they had nothing to say.
Thanks. But you listened for a fucking hour.
They did.
Ha ha.
These guys were just a waste of time.
Yep. We forced it. It's a good thing we have so many gunmen too, Neely, to fucking run around all these houses and put the gun to people's heads to make them listen.
Yeah, I feel like Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, where they went one by one to each house of the people who commented on a message board and say, "Did you say?"
Right. Listen, pal. Listen to this segment.
I love it.
People are so stupid.
I don't know if it's. I really don't know why people don't get that this show is just off the cuff, for the most part, mindless entertainment.
Yes,
that's it. It's not Fox News. It's not CNN. It's not necessarily quote unquote fact based. It's not an informational site. It's just two guys like you and me who sit here and shoot the shit and communicate with the fans through the CMS chat room, which is chatandkill.com, by the way. Right. And that's it.
It could be renamed Bar Talk because that's really what it is. It's the kind of bullshit you talk about at the bar. That's all we do. We're not doing anything. We're not trying to say, well, here's our experts, and we're going to tell you what's going on.
We brought in for analysis Chief General.
Yeah, We have our opinions, just like you've got your opinions, you fuckfaces. So how about if I comment on your life, you cocks?
Your opinion is wrong, man.
Yeah, how dare you say that and put it on YouTube? How dare you?
I love it. But, for the last month, 3 to 4 weeks, I've gotten a lot of interesting emails, commenting that, man, the show has just been better than ever.
Oh, yeah. Do you think it's been better than ever?
I don't see any difference. I mean, I really don't. I mean, I appreciate the comments and I appreciate the compliments, but are we doing anything? Have we stepped up the game or anything? No. I just think we're still doing what we've always done.
Yeah, I know it seems like it goes quicker. I will say that. I mean, we've done quite a few hour-and-a-half segments where we just kind of riffing and
we get into a real jag about something and it really goes fast.
Yep. But yeah, I don't even think that we've had that many super funny although it's funny because I get, like you, I get the Facebook messages, but instead of emails, but I get tons of those. And it's always like, I get probably 20 a week now where it's just a line. And I won't have any, you know how I roll, dude. I just spit shit out of my fucking hole.
Right.
And I won't remember it. And during the week, I'll just get, like a bull fucking a pig. And I'm like, what?
I actually got one of those today.
Oh, really?
I did. And I don't even know where this one came from.
Okay.
Best of 2017, best nomination.
Okay.
Gene Simmons will visit you for $50,000. And here's the comment. How does her cooter smell? That's it.
Okay. I don't remember that either.
So that is the reason why that segment should be in the best of 2017 because of that comment. How does her cooter smell?
Oh, all right.
I'm pretty sure that was a Chris Aiken-ism.
Yeah, well, that comes straight
because I certainly don't think I would use the term cooter.
That comes straight from. I'm not even going to take the credit for that. That comes straight from the Chip Chipperson podcast.
Okay.
Chip calls his assistant's pussy her cooter.
All right.
And he says
I know what the term is, and I've heard people use it, but that's not something I personally would ever use in any vernacular. But because you use that in some regard during that segment, that's the reason that should be part of the best of segment.
Well, write it down, man.
So let me ask you, Chris, how does her cooter smell?
Like cotton candy.
Very nice. So, I just been getting just emails from various people and saying, how much they've enjoyed the show recently and that it's better than ever. And it's like, okay, man, I appreciate it. I'll take the compliment.
Yeah, hey, if they're loving it, then that's good, because I've been having a good time doing it, which is, ultimately me and you. If we're not happy, then there's no reason to do it.
Right, I agree.
So as long as we're happy, and I've been happy lately, so it's all good to me.
Sure. I'll take it.
Yep.
So aside from the pats on the back, what's been going on in your world this week?
This has been Motley Crue week, really.
Yeah, I know. You've had a lot of great news with the Motley Crue book.
Yeah, the Cause and Effect Motley Crue is the press is officially starting, and I finally finished all the recording, of the audio book, and I had to build a distribution center for the audio and for the print, or the Kindle versions, iTunes versions of the book, for press people, where they get a code and they log in and they can get, they can download all this shit. And I had to take press photos this week, and I signed a nice fat deal for the audio distribution of the book, which is really, really good. And I was negotiating with that deal, a deal that you and I talked about, that we could talk about if you really want to. I mean, I don't care either way, but because we are signing that deal, unless you have an objection.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Then maybe we don't want to talk about. We can talk about what we're going to do. We won't talk about financials, but it's a solid deal.
All right. Well, I haven't seen the contract yet.
Yeah,
so
I'll send. I thought I sent it to you.
No, you did not.
I've been very busy, but what else did I do? I had press. I had that going on. I was booking interviews for myself. I booked like 10 interviews for myself for the next month in November to promote. I'm going to be a radio whore for a month.
Well, I think you're just a whore in general.
Well, I try to be.
I think in secret and behind your back, I just refer to you as General Whore.
I'll take that label. I wish I could make it come a little more true.
You said come and whore.
Yeah. Did you happen to listen to the song I sent you today?
Did you send me a song today?
I sent you a link to a YouTube video.
Oh, the lot lizard thing?
Yeah.
No, I did not look at that because I you know how I roll. I don't want to look at anything ahead of time.
We have to do that tonight.
Yeah. So I always like to go fresh with that. So no, I did not look at it.
Okay, you're gonna love that, but it reminds me very much of being a whore.
Okay.
But yeah, it's been a really, really busy week with the book. You know, getting everything done, getting the bio written, working on the first press release, which comes out Tuesday. You know, having all my ducks in a row for, you know, when the press starts downloading and starts asking me to do radio. I got one of those, what do you call that? The radio tours where they, you know, where you just do interview after interview.
Yeah, right, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Like everything is a 10-minute, you know, I'm doing one of those for 3 hours. That's going to be not fun. But
it's a radio blitz, man.
3 hours, dude. 3 hours of 10-minute interviews. It's literally like, oh yeah, let me tell you about my book. It's fantastic. You know, Motley Crue released this record in 19. You know, I'm going to say the same shit over and over and over.
You're just saying, now read the book. Now suck my dick.
I'm going to keep the recorder running on this end when I do all the interviews, so that if it goes all fucky, we have it for our own audio.
Yeah, let's whore that shit out.
Why not?
Yeah, man.
You know, I'm already going to whore the exclusive. Here, you want an exclusive for the CMS? I kept a bunch of the outtakes from trying to do the read, because what I learned from this is that I'm really not that good of a reader. And so I kept all the outtakes, or a lot of the outtakes, and we could play some of that with me just fucking up word after word after word. Want to? Some of it's pretty funny, because a lot of it is just me cussing at myself. I constantly am like, slow down, you fucking dickhead, and then I'm like, who am I yelling at? You know, I'm sitting right here.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of that stuff's funny. But yeah, that's what I did all week this week. You know, other than I actually got out of the house a couple days, which was nice. You know, I went out.
You left the Man Palace?
I did. On whatever day it was, Monday or Tuesday, when I went and took the pictures, I went out with Kelly and had some dinner, and we took.
Yeah, I saw you had some prop beers. You know, they were just there for props.
Yeah, they weren't props. They were sort of props, I guess, because I kept, like, one of the pictures that I wanted for the back cover was drinking a beer, because that's kind of the premise of the book, is like, this is like I was saying with the show, this is the kind of shit that you would bullshit about, you know, at the bar. So I wanted the picture of me drinking a beer at the bar. So I'm trying to drink the beer, but I'm like holding it, and Kelly's like, okay, hold it there. And I'm like holding with a fucking, like I'm making out with a fucking beer, you know, while she's taking fucking 10 shots in a row. The bartender's looking at me like I'm a douche, and, you know, clearly is like, who's this fucking fat jizz bag that's getting his picture taken?
And while the whole time while you're supposed to hold the mug steady, you're tongue lapping the beer.
Yeah, of course.
Kind of like a dog at a bowl, just lapping the beer because you can't drink it.
Yeah, because, you know, I want the beer.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, I got out Tuesday, and that was good. And then I went out last night. Me and CMS Steph went out and had a couple of drinks last night. Just hanging out and, having a couple of drinks. You're going to love this one. I sort of posted it on Facebook, but it was just retarded. So we're sitting there, and the restaurant we were at was the slowest fucking restaurant in the history of mankind. I mean, it was just slow. And it's like a bar restaurant, slightly more bar than Applebee's, but kind of like an Applebee's type of a deal.
All right.
And so we're in there, and I was kind of facing, my back was to the bar, and Steph was facing the bar. And so we're sitting there, we're waiting, and nothing happens, and nobody comes over. After about 15 minutes, somebody comes over from my back and goes, "What can I get for you ladies?" And then she came around and was just horrified that, because, I got the beard and whatnot.
Right,
and
sure.
She just couldn't tell. and I was so tempted to go with the what, and try and like freak her out. But then I just was like, it's all right, because she was horrified. She was absolutely horrified. And I think she was horrified enough to give us free beers because the bill was a lot cheaper than I expected.
Nice. So, well, you went from shaving the beard off. Now you're back to growing it again.
Yeah, it's here now. It's here for now. I go in spurts, man. Sometimes I shave it off.
I come in spurts.
Yeah. Yeah. I get to come about as often as I grow a beard.
Right. Exactly. There you go.
So, well, yeah, that's kind of nothing exciting. I did get to go out a couple days, which was good, but in the end, it was business as usual.
Right.
Getting the work done and really putting the push on the Motley book.
So you weren't hanging out the driver's side window yelling at the other cars going, "I'm out! Hey, I'm out!"
No, because then I would have needed a rainbow flag.
Nice. Hey, I'm out of the house.
Yeah.
For a change.
Nope. I just slid out for a little while and then slid back in. See, look at that. That's a nice picture of me. That's the back of my book from Little Victories.
Yeah. That's, what is that? 5 years old? 4 years old?
2013.
Yeah. So you're 5 years old or 4 years old.
You can look at how short my hair is.
Yeah, I see that.
That was a time ago.
I see that. 4 years old. Got the old vodka bottle.
Vodka bottle on top of the divorce papers.
Nice.
That's what that is. And the ironic thing is I'm stone sober in that picture. That's actually a posed picture, not
well, of course. You could see that the lid is still on the bottle.
No, the lid's not on there.
No?
It was empty.
Oh, okay.
It's an empty bottle. But it was just a posed picture, but it looks fucked up.
Yeah, your niece took that, right?
Yep, she sure did.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah. I got quite the looks from her dad and her mom and their grandmother when they saw that photo.
It's like, what are you doing to our child here? What are you trying to teach her anyway?
Yeah, what is that?
You're trying to drink your troubles away?
Yeah, well, and then it didn't get any better when my niece was here and I was talking about fucking eating menstrual pussy right in front of her. At the book release party.
Yeah, that was when you said that was eating that tomato was like licking a menstrual bitch.
Yeah. That was pretty brutal.
Yeah, that was brutal.
That's one of my favorite clips that you have somewhere. It's in one of the clips, and you just hear...
Everybody just groans.
Everybody's like, ah!
It was a collective groan.
It was. There was like 8 or 9 of us in this little room, and everybody was like, ah!
Oh!
Too good, though. It was funny. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, it was funny at the time, of course. You just never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, well, you know what? What I got was an earful the next day for that as well.
Oh, I'm sure you did. Those kind of things never go unnoticed.
No, not really.
And then you need to be admonished about it.
Yeah, well, you know what? Straighten me out.
Yeah, straighten up your act there, son.
Yep.
You know, what were you, like 44, 45 at the time?
Yeah.
So you needed to be given a warning.
I needed a good scolding.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of funny because, when I was 40, I'm going to say 42, I think.
Okay.
My nephew was getting married. And, just because I'm kind of a goofy guy sometimes and have this dry humor, I guess.
Yeah.
At the wedding, the funny thing is that my nephew, who basically, I guess you would want to call him Protestant for the most part, if you want to put some kind of religious, tag on him.
Okay.
He married a Catholic girl.
Okay.
And, as with most weddings or arrangements like that, the girl gets to choose how things go.
Right, sure.
You don't argue that point because you'll never hear you'll go to your grave or to the divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got married in a Baptist church, and I'm Catholic, and he wouldn't.
Right.
You know how that goes. Mm-hmm. So he agreed to have a Catholic wedding.
Okay.
And me with my kind of goofy attitude.
Right.
Even my dad at 42 years old basically pulled me aside and said, "Son, this is a serious, this is no time to be cutting up." He told me that. It's like, Dad, I'm 42 years old. Yeah, I know, but, this is a time to be a little more solemn, a little more serious. This is not the time to be cutting up.
Yeah, I mean, you were at a funeral of sorts.
So even my dad had to give me the warning.
Yep.
That, that I need to behave myself.
Yeah. Not
to be making jokes and taking this lightly because this is a serious situation.
Yes, very much.
So at 44, 45 years old, you needed to be told what's what.
That's right. I did. Nobody gets that. Nobody gets that you could just be yourself and nobody really gives a shit.
Yeah, well, you need to respect the situation, young fella.
All right. I'll do that next time.
So good.